Okay, so if you're broke or sad or both, you might want to hear this. Now, the reason why I have constructed this video tonight is because I have literally realized this, and I don't know if it's by coincidence or whether it's a sign of God or if the universe is trying to tell me something and I'm just so blind to see it. I mean, whatever it is, I want you guys to understand the following. Now, you guys have probably heard the idea of reincarnation, right? Now, in religious context, that appears many times. We have, for example, Jesus in the Bible, or Hinduism, the cycle of life in Hinduism, and in Islam, I'm not too sure, although it's a bit embarrassing because I'm Muslim myself, so I might want to at least understand maybe if there's something like that. But anyways, the point is, death and reincarnation as a metaphor is, in my opinion, the way for you to ultimately become successful. Now, I have realized this I've been trying to understand this for quite some time now, but I believe every single one of you have this, and it sounds so ridiculous. I might sound like the biggest idiot out there, or I might be the exact reason why you actually become successful or at least achieve some of your hyper goals that you want to achieve in life. I want you guys to understand the following, that in every single person there's a specific seed, right? And I feel like that seed is or will become the manifestation of the person who you so-called desire, right? That sounds super complicated, but what I'm trying to say is that in every single person, each one of you have the absolute possibility and capacity to become literally a millionaire. Each of you guys can become one, but then you probably have to ask yourself, like, why is that the case that not so many eventually become the millionaire? And this has to be the craziest theory, but if I'm right, then I want you guys to understand this. Now, for some reason, nobody has ever told me when I was younger about the following. Now, we all know that as a young adult, now I'm currently 22 years old, 23 this year, and every single guy knows this. Now, if you're a young man, you probably know this as well, or heck, even a middle-aged man. Every single guy has the same dream to literally drive expensive ass cars, have abundant of wealth, and fuck a lot of bitches. Like, every single person, and especially in the social media, this type of exceptionalism is portrayed. We see this by Andrew Tate, we see that in Jack Hopkins, we see that in a lot of like these internet gurus, a lot of these internet sensations we see online. Every single one of them has it, right? And if you guys have heard or listened to some of their stories, you guys might obviously, side them, and they're not wrong when it comes to their philosophy, but I just have the theory that all of that, what they are portraying, is a marketing gig to some extent, right? To some extent. So my point is, why don't you flip the switch? Now, this is what I'm going to try for the next 30 days, at least 30 days, who knows, it might be going to 60 days, but for the next 30 to 60 days, I'm just going to do the exact opposite, right? Everybody knows this. If you want to become, exceptional, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to do something that nobody else does. And I don't think anyone practices this. Now, I want to be that living proof that shows you guys, oh shit, if it actually helped me, it might help you as well. So for the next 30 to 60 days, I am literally gonna practice semen retention, which is basically not jerking off or not masturbating in that essence, for at least 30 days. I'm gonna wipe clean when it comes to caffeine. I'm not gonna drink coffee at all, and also I'm not gonna smoke cigars or cigarettes. I mean, I'm not a heavy smoker anyways. I don't really smoke, so that doesn't really apply for me. But the point is, I'm gonna basically clean slate myself for the next 30 to 60 days. Now I'm gonna basically reverse Uno card with every single online guru and online personality sensation out there. I'm gonna basically flip the switch. Everybody wants to, be that specific persona. Let's say, for example, Andrew Tate. But I want to be another persona. I want to try this. If the clean slate method works, I'm going to call it the clean slate method, if that's even a word. I think so, it is a word in philosophy. But I'm going to try this, and honestly, guys, so... Wow, and yeah, no, so obviously if you guys look at me, I don't look like I'm in best shape, and it's because most recently I've been, I would say, breaking up or pulling myself away from a specific person which I've been seeing for quite some time now. And I'm very analytical when it comes to my own emotions. I believe the word is self-conscious or conscientiousness, I believe, or conscientious is perhaps something else, but self-conscious or self-aware of myself. And so I was listening to myself. I was trying to understand why I was crying. Now obviously like these stuff you don't hear online, but I admit I was crying, especially when I was giving stuff away. But I came to realization that, and it jumps back all the way to the first point I made in the beginning of this video with the idea of birth and reincarnation. So for you to become a better version, you need to metaphorically let the old version of yourself die. And for many, many years, the way I deal with depression or certain types of, let's say, strong, impulsive emotions, especially when it came to anger, I always thought the best way was to literally suppress it. Or I always had that mechanism, shit, like I'm sad, this is not the way I should be, I'm not supposed to be sad, I'm a man, blah blah. And I feel like, obviously, I don't want to go too far with this, but yes, masculinity is one, and please don't get me wrong, masculinity is one, but the idea of you crying as a man, now this is my personal theory, the idea of you crying as a man is a mechanism for your body to metaphorically kill the current version of yourself so that the newer version of yourself is given light or given birth. Now it's like, imagine it like a snake, like, you're a snake, and that old snake, like you're all snakes. You're a snake, right? Now the snake is basically the old version of yourself, and let's say it's your current version. If you're sad or depressed right now, let's just say you are that snake. And now what you can do is you can keep your skin, right? If you're sad and depressed, you can be within that skin, and when you're sad and depressed, you can maintain and keep your skin by doing distractions, by going clubbing, to seeing other girls, to fucking around or going on dates again. You can keep that old skin of yours by doing all of these hedonistic things, or you can be depressed, you can feel that emotion so that it actually hurts, and so that when it hurts physically as well, when it hurts, you metaphorically remove that old skin of yours so that the new snake is born. If that makes sense. Obviously it's perhaps a bit too deep now, but yeah, that's the point I want to make for this video, that for the next videos that will be coming up, I will practice the semen retention and the clean slate method, and I will basically act as a journal. So this will be the journal of proof, and if I made it so far, I'm gonna record everything and I'll share you guys this entire journey. But I'm super excited, and it's a great timing for me to be in this position right now. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.